Okay, now let's try to solve another problem of physical application. So this problem states that the rate of increase of a certain population. So the first problem talks about a amount. So it is about investment. So now let's talk about population. So let's say if you could still see on televisions and or in multi social media the news about the population increase and etc. So there are some results that they are expecting that the population of a certain place will reach this amount of people for that year. So how do they solve that one, or how do they predict the population? So let's try to solve the same scenario. So here the rate of increase of a certain population is proportional to the population itself. If increases from 40,000 to 60,000 in 40 years. So meaning, within just 40 years, the population increased to added with 20,000. So after when it reaches 40 years, it becomes 60,000. So what will it become at the end of 60 years? So what is your expected growth? So if you say another 20,000, let's try and look at it. Okay. So let's try to do this one. So the rate of increase of a certain population is proportional to its population. So here, the one that is changing is the population, right? So let's have the variable p. So you can have your variable. So p will be our population. Population. So therefore, the rate of change is the population that will be changed with respect to time. So this is the rate of change of the population. So from here, let's look at the problem again. The rate of the population daw increases of a certain population. So meaning kung the for example, a certain place or a certain island started with all nag-migrate ba or giatuan ba nila o nag-start sila og 40,000 ang population. So kunyari inhabited ni siya pagkahuman gibalihin na ng 40,000. So in time zero. So from here, so it started 40,000, then a certain point is proportional to the population. So nag change rate siya or rate of change sa iyang population. So dp over dt is proportional. So if you can still remember, one example in our geometric application which also have example of proportionality. So you have proportional to the population itself. It says here that is proportional to the population. So proportional to the population. So from here, we can derive our equation. So from here, we have dp over dt, which is equal to kp, which is p is population, k is a symbol for proportionality. This is a proportionality constant. So from there, we could now transfer this one. So you have dp over p is equals to k dt. Okay? So we can now solve this one. So from here, we can now integrate. So because this one is separated. Sir, can we integrate the k? It has different variable. Again, k is a proportionality, so constant, meaning that is a constant that is a value. So here we have the result is ln of p equals kt plus c. Or you have an ln of p ln of p is equal minus kt equals c, or the other one above So depending sa imuha. This is our general solution. Now, let's make a table so that we can understand it clearly. So again, it started with the population with respect to time. So at certain place, nag-migrate ang 40,000 in a place na wala dyan laing tao. So assuming wala dyan laing tao, so nag-start siya at 40,000 ang population at time 0. So it started time 0. So after that, after 40 years, it becomes 60,000, right? Then what will it become at the end of 60 years? So pag abot daw sa 60 years, pila naman karon ang population. So let's say this is P0, P1, this is P sub 2. So pila naman karon ang population at 60 years. So when it reaches 60 years, pila naman kaha ang population aning lugara. So now, let's try to solve by simply substituting each of these values in our general solution. Let's start at t is equals to 0. So you have ln population is 40k minus our k. We don't have the value of k here. So time is 0 equals c. So obviously this is 0. So our c is ln 40,000. So by the way, in all resolution, I encourage you not to round off when you are still not on the final answer because it could differ. Okay, mag-change na siya og dako. So in the board exam, if the round off kung mag-round off ka tumatong kung makamatikod mo sa uban sa ubang board exam daw nga wala man ani ang akong gisolve. So, you look at the closest na kung pwede nimo siyang i-round off. Okay? Especially in this type of problems. Okay. Next. So, we are only at the 40,000. So, let's try solving the next one at t sub 1 equals 40 years. At 40 years, population daw is 60k. So, let's go back with the general solution. At 60 years na daw population na 60,000. Unya, minus K. Ang time ani is 40 years, right? Equals, what is our C? That is ln 40,000. Now we could get the value of our proportionality constant. So we have here, so ln 60,000. So transfer it here. So ln 40,000 equals, so this is negative, so it becomes positive k 40. So it becomes like this. So since it's negative, this is logarithmic, so you have ln 60,000 divided by 40,000 equals k times 40. Now, we know that ln 60,000 divided by 40,000, that is 3 halves, right? So, divide na mo na siya na kay 3 halves. So, or you have decimal. So, much better, dili nimo siya i-decimal. So, again, kung dili pa siya final answer, kung mahimo ayaw siya i-decimal, kaya mag-difference na siya, mas better ka ng whole value niya. So, divisible ba ni siya og tag 10,000? So, 10,000, 20,000. 20,000 divided by 40, that is 2. 20,000 divided by 60, that is 3. So, now we have K 40. Now, therefore, our proportionality constant K is equivalent to ln of 3 halves divided by 40. So, wala pa na ako gikuha ang decimal. Pero kung mag-decimal mo, i-point na siya tamang-taman hantod sa kinlasan. Pero again, mas better na dili. Okay. Next, now, at at this one, at 60 years. So, at 60 years, at t sub 2, at 60 years, the population now is, let's try to solve, ln of the question is ln p, the population is unknown, so we have p sub 2 equals, so k, sorry, so our k is this one, so we have ln 3 halves over 40 times t. What is our t? Time here, that is 60 years. So next is, what's next? Equals, so let me stretch this one. So we have C, which is our ln 40,000. So ang C nato ani is ln 40,000. So now we have ln p sub 2. We have here 60 divided by 40, that is, ilawan na? 60 divided by 40, that is 3 halves gyapon, no? So we can just do it with calculator already. So, or yeah, you could do it directly, get the calculator here, you add it with this one, then e raised to the power of the value, pwede ra. So pwede ra po na ako inganion eh. So okay, let me use a calculator. So from here I have my ln 3 halves, 3 divided by 2, ln of that is this, divided by 40 times 60, then you add with that one with so this 0.6 is the answer of the 0.6 is this answer. You add it with ln 40,000, so we have plus sorry, this is wrong. So let me copy this one so that I could clear. Okay, so gikopy na nako ang value ani. So I have 40,000 ln plus this value, then common exponential.